beautiful Sunday here, y'all. And so what I'm going to do is finish up my dinner. I already made my beef pot roast yesterday as part of my meal plan. Okay, so today what I'm going to do and share with you, I have some fresh string beans. They're simple, and I'm going to make some candied yams, simple as well. Okay, so let's get started on finishing up this dinner. All right, y'all, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting up my potatoes. Now, I just had 3 large potatoes, sweet potatoes. That was it. The one I just cut up was a little bit bigger than this one here. Now, you can make the choice to bake your potatoes with the skin on. Okay, I have never done that. I boil mine. So what I do is I take and I peel it first, and I'm, there's different reasons why people bake them with the skin on. If you find that it's easier to peel them, because if you bake them, the skin is going to come off. You can just pull the skin off. This is how I was taught many, many, many decades ago, and I still do it the same way, okay? I'm going to peel them, I'm going to cut them, and then I'm going to boil them for about 15 minutes, all right? Another thing I don't normally do is cut mine in circles. I just kind of go down and cut them long, but today I'm going to cut them in circles. Okay, and like I said, these only need to cook for about 15-20 minutes. I like mine to get soft, okay? Even though I'm going to put them in the oven, I like my candied yams soft. Okay, so I'm going to finish cutting up this one, peel the other one. These here are some tough little boogers here today. Okay, if you want to put it on a cutting board, if that's easier for you. I'm not that great on cutting boards. I've always said that. I like my fingers. Okay, this is easier for me. All right, and this is the last one. Candy yams are simple. What you make them. I eat candy yams. There's 4 Sundays in a month. I eat them at least 2 of those Sundays, y'all. I love candy yams, and I just make a small pan. Just make a very small pan, but I like candy yams with certain meats. Okay, this one here is all right. And see, these 3 big potatoes, they're gonna make more than enough for us. Gonna make more than enough. Take your time, don't cut fast. You won't cut yourself. And I don't have the sharpest knife, and that's intentional. Okay. When I get near my fingers, I slow down. See how tough that is? I just slow down and bring my knife through. All right. And that's it. I'm going to rinse these off. I'm going to put them on the stove to cook for about 15-20 minutes. And I'll be back, and we're going to put these candied yams together. All right, y'all. I got my string beans here. I had 1 bag of string beans, okay? They said that they were popped and cleaned and all of that. I went back through them, and I popped a lot of them in half. I made sure the ends were off of them, and then I washed them really good, okay? I just put a little tiny bit of soap, tiny bit, and rinse them really good, okay? In my pot, what I got 5 strips of fatback salt pork. Okay, and I'm going to show you what that is. I'm going to put my string beans in my pot. All right. I'm going to show you this salt pork. This is salt pork or fatback. All right. And it comes with salt on it. So what I did is I took 5 little strips, okay, rinsed the salt off, and put it in my pot with my string beans. Now you can put any kind of meat in your string beans you like. You can do bacon. If I don't have salt pork, I will use some bacon. If I don't have either one of them in the house, and that happens every now and again, I'll use some bacon grease. Okay. I'm probably still gonna put some bacon grease in here, maybe a teaspoon or so with the fat back. I'm gonna cover this with water. I'm gonna put some all-purpose seasoning, just a little bit, and some salt. You can season them any way you want, okay? But we're gonna put some water and we're gonna get these on the stove. These will cook for about 30 minutes or so, all right? Our dinner is coming together. All right, y'all, we are back with those candy yams. I am going to pull them off of the stove. I'm not even going to drain them because I don't have that many. So I'm just going to take and pick them up right out of here, and I have a slotted spoon. Okay, I have a slotted spoon with holes in it, and I'm going to spread them out in this dish. And it doesn't matter that they're laying on top of each other. Oh, let me show you before I do that. Okay, you'll notice in this dish, I already have it covered with sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. That's how I fix mine, okay? So that's going to melt on the bottom. All right. And then I lay my sweet potatoes on top. I was hoping that this dish would be big enough to hold all of these. And they're going to be layered, okay? And that's okay. Because like I said the last time I made them, you got sugar on the bottom and you got sugar on the top. So they're going to have plenty of sugar. And, you know, you put as much or as little sugar that you want on your candied yams. I like a lot of sugar. If I'm going to eat them, I want them to be ooey gooey, because they are candied yams. Okay, y'all? And see how I had to stack them up because I got quite a few here. But it's okay. It's all good. All right, we got one more in here, and that's it. Okay, so what I do, I still have that stove on. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me turn it off, get this off the eye. Okay, so what I do when I put them on top of my sugar and my cinnamon, I put a little bit of cinnamon in on top of the sugar. I'm going to be using coconut, lemon, and vanilla extract, okay? I have just a little bit of water here. You can see that. And I do this because I don't like to pour my extract or flavor, whatever you want to call it, right on top of my yams, okay? You waste it, number one, and you don't get everything covered, okay? So what I do, I take that little bit of water, I have my coconut, I'm going to put just a smidgen of coconut. You put as much as you want, okay? And then I have lemon. I always put lemon in my sweet potatoes. I'm going to put a little bit of lemon extract. Again, as much as you want. And that was about a half of a teaspoon on the lemon. And I'll put just a little bit more of the vanilla, okay? About a teaspoon of the vanilla. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, and this is actually a little bit more water than I would normally use on a small pan, but since I knew these were going to be layered, okay, so what I'm going to do is just pour that over my potatoes, and that way all of them are going to get this in an even amount. Okay. It'll drain on down to the ones up underneath. Don't worry about it. Yes, it will. Okay, so we got all of them covered. Not some of them, and you got half of the bottle gone. Okay, my extract or flavor lasts a long time. All right, so now what I do, I need to get some butter. What I'm going to do is put some more sugar. Let's put our nutmeg first so I can see how much nutmeg I'm putting on here, because I always tell y'all I don't like a lot of nutmeg, okay? Nutmeg can really have a strong taste to it, okay, and be bitter if you put too much. Okay, that's my nutmeg. Now I'm going to put some more sugar. And like I said, you put as much sugar as you want. Ain't no shame in my game. I like my Candied Yams sweet, okay? And this sugar is going to go down to the yams up under. And you're probably thinking, ooh, that's a lot of sugar. Well, this is the way I like them. Okay, so now that we have our sugar, yes, okay, all right. Now that we have our sugar, I'm going to take and put some more cinnamon. And I hope I don't have to go for that other cinnamon. It was way up there in the cabinet in the back. I'm hoping I got just enough in here, and I do. Okay, sprinkle a little cinnamon, as much as you want. Okay, that's enough. Okay, and butter. That's it, y'all. That is how simple candy yams can be. If you want to put anything else on there, like cloves or ginger, whatever, knock yourself out. And the only thing I'm going to do now is take and lay me some butter just all over it. Okay? Gotta have the butter. And this is real butter. It's not margarine. And it's unsalted butter. I imagine you could use either one. I don't know. I haven't used the salted. Okay? And I'm just going to put this butter everywhere. Yes. When this melts, y'all, we could really just have this for dessert. All right, so this is going to go in the oven. Got my oven set for 350. Okay, that's my candy yams. Going to go in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes. Sometimes I let it go even longer, just so that syrup can get thicker and thicker. Okay, but I'm going to get them in there. When they come out, I'll be back to show them to you. All right, y'all, so our string beans should be done in any minute. Okay, got my candy yams in the oven, but our meal is not complete if I don't show you our meat. Okay, this has been in the fridge. This is one of the pot roasts that I cooked yesterday. Okay, and I just wanted to show you how I take and heat this up. I have another piece in here, and I'll get that piece as well. But I wanted to show you how I heat my roast up. All right, I take it and I just take and slice it thinly, and I hope this knife, and it's cold, okay, slice it very thinly. And because it's cold, it's harder. But don't worry about that, y'all, because when this heats up, this is going to be as tender as butter. And I just take and cut it. You're supposed to cut against the grain. Right now, I don't know where the grain is. I ain't looking for it. I do it this way all the time, and it comes out fine. Yeah, because I can't see the grain. So we're going to do this. And this isn't the best knife, I guess, but it's all right. You get my drift, right? Slice it very thin, and it's much easier to slice like this when it's cold. I like to work with it when it's cold. All right, and I'm going to put this, I have this pan here. And I'm going to let this heat up really, really slow for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It won't matter. It'll just continue getting more and more tender. Okay, now if you want, this is a good opportunity to take and get your grease off of here. Okay, and get that, take a fork, spoon, whatever, and get that grease off before you heat it up, because once you heat it up, it's hard to get the grease out. All right, I'm going to continue to cut this. I'm almost done. And then I'm going to take some of that grease off and put it in a pan, and I'll be right back to show you. All right, y'all, there's my meat. Okay, I have it all sliced up. That's a roast right there. It's a beef roast. And no, I haven't taken off my grease yet, because I should be able to just pour this out. Okay, and if you don't feel like this is enough gravy for you at this point, because we're going to let it heat up for a while, at this point you can add some water. It's not going to hurt anything, okay, because you got enough seasoning here in this gravy that if you add a little bit of water, it's not going to hurt anything. I'm just trying to get it out without pulling out all of that grease. Okay, all right, so we're going to let this heat. Let it heat on low, because we're not in any rush. We're not in a rush. And I'll get all the rest of it out of there. All right, just want you to get an idea of what's going on here. Yes, look at that gravy, y'all. Look at it. All right, when it's heated up and it's tender as butter, I'll be back. All right, y'all, we are back. I am done with dinner. I wanted to show you my string beans. Didn't have many, but enough. These string beans, can you see those? Yes, where I cooked them with that little bit of salt pork. Those are ready. I have some rice back there. This is the meat, y'all. See if I can get y'all a little bit closer. Yes, let's see here. Come on over here and look at this meat. And I'm going to plate this up. And I'll have a plate to show you. Look at that meat. You see how, look at that gravy. Look how tender that meat is. Look at that, y'all. Yes. And I let it simmer. It simmered for probably a good hour. It simmered for probably a good hour. I'm going to show you these candied yams. I don't know how close y'all can see here. I don't know how close, and these are hot. Okay, look at those candied yams. Yes. Yes, you see that juice in them? Or should I say syrup? Yes, syrup in them. I have some cornbread here just out of the box. I made some cornbread. In fact, I left it in there a little bit too long, but that's going to be all right. Yes, I'm going to plate this up. And I will probably just have a picture of the plate. So I want to say thank you, as always, for joining me today for my Sunday meal. And I hope you saw my video before this one where I did my little meal prep, which is where this pot roast came from. Okay, remember to like, share, comment, y'all, on my videos, and subscribe if you have not. I'm also doing another video of bread pudding. I don't know when I will post that one. It will be sometime this week. Okay, I got it sitting right here ready to go in the oven. Okay, I will see you real soon on my next video, and just stay tuned for just a second. I'm going to show you a plate, okay, of my Sunday dinner. Bye-bye.